Hello guys, welcome back again to Shinobi Scale channel. In this moment, we will compare about rare Sage Mode power levels to see which is the strongest. But before entering the Shinobi Scale video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because Shinobi Scale still has many power ranked video for you. Kitamaru, who was dissatisfied with the senjutsu power he got from Orochimaru's curse mark, asked Kyodaigumo to teach him Sage Mode. But apparently, even though he has trained hard enough, Kitamaru is not able to fully master Spider Sage Mode, because this ability cannot be combined with Orochimaru's curse mark that has been attached to his body. Kyodaigumo said that it would be very dangerous to continue studying the two ideologies of Sage Mode. But Kitamaru insisted on increasing his strength. Due to the two streams of Sage Mode continuously colliding, Kitamaru's body weakened. Seeing her siblings who have succeeded, where Gaara is the Kazekage and Kankuro is the puppet master, makes Temari want to be stronger. She then went to the hidden pond where the minks live. However, to get there, Temari must pass a Kekai in the form of an eternal tornado. Temari managed to get past the Kekai, even though it had to make her body torn and full of wounds. Temari's ability to pass the Kekai makes Temari recognized as worthy to learn Sage Mode Mink. Thanks to her training, Temari managed to master Sage Mode and created the Futon Amaikiri no Jutsu. Kisame, who is an Anbu from Kirigakure, feels that he is just a tool for his country and he no longer feels any emotions, all he wants is to fight and win it. One day on his wandering journey, he passed a strange open sea. The sea was reddish in color and filled with sharks. Kisame's bloodthirsty soul rose and he also challenged the sharks. After a fierce battle for 2 days, Kisame managed to win the fight, and get recognition from the sharks as a very strong creature. He was then given Sage Shark Mode as a memento, as well as a tribute from the sharks. Sage Mode that makes his body resemble a fish permanently. That's the Kisame we see today. After hearing Enra's story about the relationship between his grandfather, Hiruzen, and Enma, the Monkey King, Konohamaru becomes motivated to become stronger, and can surpass his grandfather as well as his rival, Naruto. He then asked Enra to teach him to do Sage Mode, which Enra welcomed. They then went to Monkey Village to learn Sage Mode. Konohamaru manages to use Monkey Sage Mode and learn some special techniques that only monkeys can do. With this Sage Mode, Konohamaru's speed and accuracy increase drastically. Danzo, who managed to make a contract with Baku, was not satisfied with the power he had. He secretly infiltrated and learned Sage Mode in the forest where Baku lived. Unfortunately, before he managed to fully master Sage Mode, Baku found out about it and went berserk, making Danzo unable to return to the forest and learn Sage Mode. is because he has not managed to control the Sage Mode. Danzo will get significant changes in the body when using Sage Mode and also takes considerable time to gather natural energy. Due to this too, Baku terminated the Kuchiyose contract with him. Nue, who is owned by Sumire, must receive training and control, but Sumire is worried that she will lose control of Nue. By asking for help from Sai, Sumire then managed to find secret documents regarding the control of Nue. Sai said that the training written in the document would be very risky and dangerous. There was a possibility that Nue would go on a rampage and swallow Sumire's soul. But Sumire, firmly determined, decided to learn the technique. As Sai suspected, Sumire almost lost her life several times due to this training. However, Sumire's hard work paid off impressively. She managed to activate Sage Mode, and unlike Sage Mode in general, Sumire's Sage Mode made her body shrouded in purplish clouds and increased her strength tens of times.
そういうことでした。里の発展の礎を築いてくださいました。
Kagura, who is the adjutant of the 6th Mizukage, knows that the figure of the 2nd Mizukage, Gaingetsu, turns out to have a giant oyster Kuchiyose, and he died before he managed to master Sage Mode from Ohamagiri. He then looks for clues to the power and decides to go to Kiragakure's hidden beach. But it turns out to find the beach is almost impossible because the shells there use Genjutsu to cover their actual location and make people who will come get lost in the shell Genjutsu. The clams then teach Kagura to activate Sage Mode. With this new ability, Kagura can make his body transparent, and activate his combined Genjutsu and Kenjutsu abilities very efficiently. However, even though he is already very strong for a shinobi of his age, Kagura still continues to hone his skills in Kenjutsu.
戦い戦い だからこそ厄介でも外見からでは判断がつく。
Seeing the increasingly dire state of Omegakure in the Second Shinobi War, Hanzo decided to increase his strength. He went to the nest of poisonous salamanders where Ibuse lived. Even though Hanzo's body was immune from the salamander's poison, it was still not enough of an antidote when he entered the area, and almost died from the poison. But thanks to his high will, he was then assisted by several salamanders there, and was given an antidote as well as being taught Sage Mode. With this ability, not only can Hanzo exhale poisonous breath, but his entire body becomes extremely poisonous, which makes it nearly impossible to defeat him.
頼むぞ 大丈夫か、カカシ。
After Ningame met the giant tortoises from Kumogakure, he then invited the Might Guy to practice mastering Sage Mode with him on Turtle Island. Might Guy is certainly very interested in Ningame's invitation. Firstly, Guy must also be able to pass through the Waterfall of Truth, where he repeatedly failed and lost to his other souls. He also had to meditate in a temple where Naruto studied the Kyubi Chakra mode. When using Sage Mode, the two will merge and fusion so that their bodies will become one, half human and half turtle. And with this mode, Might Guy can open Shimo, which is the gate of death, without having to sacrifice his life. Sakura, who returned, felt that she had to get back as a member of Team 7, then decided to go to the Shikatsu forest, to learn Sage Mode directly under Katsuyu's direction. Seeing the husband she loved so much, Sasuke, almost lost his life, made Sakura train very hard once again. With this Sage Mode ability, she is not only able to heal people from a distance. It is said that the ability of the Sage Mode of Sakura is equivalent to the 4 powers of the Byakugo mark. Sakura is also able to move very agile and able to change her body size. Sasuke, who has lost his Rinnegan, feels that his strength has decreased drastically and needs additional power resources. He then learns Sage Mode after knowing that Garuda was able to teach him Sage Mode. Sasuke then goes to the Air Temple to learn the secret Sage Mode technique possessed by the ninja birds. After mastering it, Sasuke was even able to absorb natural energy while moving, just like Jiraiya. When Sasuke's Sage Mode is active, he will get sharp eyes like an eagle and also wings from his back. As the daughter of a Hokage, Himawari feels she has to share the responsibility to protect Konoha and the people she cares about. Several years after Himawari became a Chunin, she decided to wander. On her way, Himawari found traces of the Fourth World War and managed to find a way to meet the legendary creature, Amida. Himawari then begged Amida to teach her Sage Mode. Because she learned directly from Amida, who is the originator of Sage Mode, Himawari managed to learn the full technique of Sage Mode. She is able to gather natural energy in an instant, and the power she has becomes very large. The combination of the Byakugan and pure natural energy is said to be almost equivalent to the strength of the Biju. That's all from Shinobi Scale channel. Don't forget to stay tuned for the next Power Rank video. Thank you for watching this video guys, we will back again with more interesting videos for you.